What's going on, guys? Gotti Gaming coming at you this fine Monday morning with my PS4 Pro review. Now, as you guys know, I'm not trying to knock any console. Leading into this review, play your games on what you enjoy your games on. This review is not meant to be a knock towards anybody's preference. It's my fucking disclaimer before I get hammered in the comment section. Coming into this generation, the excitement of a new console had us all engulfed with fucking joy. I came home from work. My day one edition Xbox One had not yet been delivered. I remember looking out the window like a kid on Christmas waiting on that console to get here. That being said, when I first seen Rise, Son of Rome, I was blown away. And I remember initially thinking to myself, if this is the kind of game quality, the beautiful, beautiful graphics that we're going to get, and we're already seeing it from a launch title, I can't even imagine what games are going to look like years from now. That being said, guys, I feel like we've hit a stalemate this generation. Resolution Gate came along, and if you guys are like me, you got real sick of hearing about it pretty quickly. But one would be a fool to deny that the disparity is there. The biggest example of this that I can think of is with the game that you're seeing right now, Battlefield 1. Now, I'm not going to touch on this too long, because obviously this needs to be, I need to stay on course with the pro review here. But here's what I'm going to say. I played Battlefield 1 on the Xbox One S. Initially, I did a video about it. I said it looked good. It does. It doesn't look horrible. That being said, I jumped back over to PC, played the game, tried to come back over to Xbox One, and I was blown away with how blurry the Xbox One version looked, which brought me to the conclusion that there was some truth to this whole resolution gate thing. Now, do I think the resolution gate was ridiculous? Yes. Once again, game on whatever you want to game on. You shouldn't bash anybody for what they want to play their games on. But it's there. And that led us to the reason that leads me to this next point, which is the resolution gate is why we have a PS4 Pro right now. It's not for better frame rates. It is for resolution. The Pro was criticized by the radical Xbox fans before it even had a chance to get out the door. You had some of these YouTube channels with 10, 15, 20,000 subs reporting that the Pro was melting. Just foolish nonsense that, as gamers, in my personal opinion, they should be ashamed of themselves for even reporting such stupidity. As we know, that was debunked. It's not true. Does the Pro get hot? Yes, it gets hot, but once again, this is a 300 watt machine. Obviously, it's not going to generate 300 watts, but you need to keep it out. You never enclose anything that expels heat. Never. So with the Pro, keep it up on a shelf, keep it out. I've had zero problem, and I've burned up a lot of hours on mine. So your Pro's not going to melt. It's not going to overheat and catch your house on fire like some of these idiots report. So don't worry about that. It does have its issues, though. I mean, obviously we've seen, if you guys watch Digital Foundry, you've seen that it suffers some frame issues on certain games, which the only way I can really explain these issues is the bottleneck with the CPU, causing problems when these games are rendering at a higher resolution. What Digital Foundry doesn't tell you is, you should be able to notice this, but they'll show a game running 1080p on the vanilla PS4. They'll show that same game in 4K or 1440 or 1800, whatever the hell the Pro is rendering at, and then they'll show you the frame disparities. What they need to show is both games running 1080p and see if there's a disparity there. There could be, I don't know. But that's the only explanation I have. One is rendering a higher resolution, causing problems. And I do think that there's a small CPU bottleneck going on with the Pro, which is why they try to overclock that CPU to try and kind of put a Band-Aid on that. But I think that once the developers learn how to get around that issue, I think there's no doubt that the PS4 Pro is going to produce some beautiful games. Games like Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, those games are going to look fucking awesome, in my personal opinion. No 4K Blu-ray player, obviously. That's I do not understand that one either, other than they must have been trying to keep the cost down, which that still blows me away. I played 4 games on the Pro: Titanfall 2, The Last of Us, Infamous, and as you guys know, I touched on it earlier, Battlefield 1. All these games look good. I played Infamous in high frame rate mode. I played it in high resolution mode, which you can still play on a 1080p TV. And the high frame rate mode seemed to be pretty stable. Noticed a few drops, but it was definitely much better than the 30 frames per second. If you have a 1080p, what the Pro is going to do for you is it's going to super sample, which is essentially it's going to render the game. Say you're playing Uncharted on a 1080p TV, it's going to render that up to 1440p like it runs on the Pro, and it's going to super sample that down to 1080p, and it's going to clean the image up. And I can confirm that games on the Pro look crispy clean. The jaggies aren't there, the shimmering isn't there. They look really, really clean. So that's what you're going to get if you're a 1080p owner and you're not able to utilize the higher resolution with a 4K TV. Faster YouTube rendering, I've noticed that with SHAREfactory. I never have been a fan of Upload Studio. I've had nothing but problems with it. I had audio issues early on, then microphone issues. I just don't like it. It takes forever, in my personal opinion, to render a video on Upload Studio. Just not a fan of it. Bottom line is this, guys. If you don't own a PS4, you're looking to get one, it's a no-brainer to pick up the Pro. On the other side of that, if you do own a PS4, my personal opinion, me wanting the new hardware, wanting all the newest shit, I would recommend you trade it in, pay the difference, pick yourself up a Pro. And that's where I'm at with it, guys. I highly recommend the Pro. Like I said earlier, I think that once developers learn how to use it, we're going to see some good things. I already see a difference. Not a huge difference, but definitely a difference in some of these games, especially Battlefield 1 compared to the Xbox One version. It's not even a fair fight. The Pro version is just leaps and bounds better, in my personal opinion. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments section. Like, subscribe, share, follow me on Facebook, Gotti Gaming, Instagram, Gotti Gaming, and as always, keep it gaming, guys. I'm out.